For today's cup of coffee.
She has new glasses on.
Yes, my other readers gave up. They just gave up. Well, what do you expect from Walmart? I mean, really.
Oh, I thought you got those from, like, Zenny or something like that.
Oh, hell no, that was Walmart. But anyhow.
Never mind then.
I will tell you that youngest kid is becoming quite the grill master.
Somewhat.
He truly is. So, we're grateful. We're all enjoying the fruits of his labor on this stuff.
It's fun.
Well, as long as you
I can blast my music out there, and it's fun.
As long as it's not, 112 degrees, which some places it's going to get close to that this week. And we actually had a rain shower a few minutes ago, and that was a blessing. It truly was. So for some of y'all folks, be careful out there as far as heat wave.
Be careful with the charcoal. It will give you the horrendous farts.
They didn't need to know that. Kid has no filter. None.
I just act like they're a TikTok audience. What's wrong with that?
These are not TikTok people.
So what? They're regular people. Y'all haven't ever talked about farts or anything like that before.
Oh, God. Oh, pray for me.
Y'all can get it.
Anyhow, we are going to be talking about something that's, to me, I find it very disturbing on multiple levels. Of course, there's a lot of things I find disturbing these days. Mm-hmm. This is one of them. This comes from Live Science and is by Jennifer Nalewicki, July 14th of 2022. 2 pig hearts were successfully transplanted into brain-dead human patients.
Oh my God.
Now, that headline alone, it's like, what?
That's disturbing as hell. Wait, so now they're running around with pork?
Well, they're not running around anywhere. They were brain dead. So their days of running was done.
They're wallowing around?
They don't do nothing.
Then what's the point?
Well, there is a point. There is the body was alive. If you will let me read this, you want to start asking questions. I actually have some answers, but you want to start asking questions.
You got to start off with the questions before you get to the answers.
Not in this. Doctors recently transplanted pig hearts into 2 deceased patients, raising hopes that animal transplants could one day be used to save human lives. Led by Dr. Nader Moazzami, a cardiac surgeon at NYU Langone Health Medical Center in New York City, the surgeries took place in June and July, according to the Associated Press. Earlier this year, a different group of doctors from the University of Maryland Medical Center transplanted a pig heart into another patient who died 2 months after the operation, Live Science reported in March. For the 2 recent surgeries, Moazzami and his team transplanted the hearts of 2 genetically modified pigs into 2 recently deceased patients who were on ventilator support, 72-year-old Lawrence Kelly and 64-year-old Alva Kuapuno. Both patients had long histories of heart disease, according to CNN. After the transplants, the patients received standard post-transplant medications. Physicians monitored the patient's heart functions for 3 days, but detected no signs of early organ rejection. No additional mechanical support equipment was used after the surgeries, representatives from NYU Langone Health said in a statement. Operating on the deceased as opposed to living patients allowed more in-depth study on how well the recipients' bodies tolerated the pig hearts, according to Dr. Robert Montgomery, director of the NYU Langone Transplant Institute, in a statement to CNN. He further stated, "We can do much more frequent monitoring and really sort of understand the biology and fill in all of the unknowns." The first transplant of an animal organ into a person was a corneal transplant from a pig that took place in 1838.
That's disturbing.
According to the National Library of Medicine. Since then, such efforts have been largely unsuccessful, as the human immune system typically attacks and rejects a transplanted animal organ as a foreign body.
No shit. It is.
In recent years, researchers have circumvented this rejection by genetically modifying pigs to make their organs more closely resemble those of humans, the Associated Press reported. They fool the immune system by modulating the organ's growth and reducing the chance that the recipient's immune system would reject it. According to the United Network of Organ Sharing, the UNOS, a nonprofit that serves as the nation's organ transplant system, there are more than 105,000 Americans on waiting lists for organ transplants. The Food and Drug Administration is considering trials that would transplant genetically modified pig hearts or kidneys into volunteer patients, Nature reported. The success of the two recent surgeries will help researchers get one step closer to making this a reality, according to NYU Langone Health.
Huh.
Now, there's several things that are disturbing within this.
First of all, I don't want an animal part in me.
And these are genetically modified. So that means they're basically chimeras.
Uh-huh.
And this was one of the things that we had reported months ago, as far as that they had relaxed a lot of the laws as far as chimera testing, which is the mixing of DNAs of various and sundry species.
Right.
So you got to wonder, now, is this really going to go well? Probably not.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Then as far as, okay, they're dead, but they're not dead. There's that thing.
What?
Yeah. They're calling them deceased, but they have kept them on life support so that they could do this stuff. So are they deceased? I mean, I guess that they were saying as far as brain function and that, and it's like, that's just...
sick.
Yeah.
Twisted. Disturbing.
Yeah.
Odd. But also
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah. And to sit there and say that they can monitor different functions and stuff. Again, are they dead or are they not dead? When somebody's dead, decay sets in. Different things like that.
Right. So, first of all, how do they get the body, the corpse, to not reject the organs? Like, how do they administer the medication?
Just the same way they would any other ones. But they have got these individuals hooked up to machines to where they are alive, but not.
Would the soul?
The body is alive.
Does that mean the soul, like, snatched back to
I don't know.
Or what happened
I don't know, because they're thinking that the soul... Well, first of all, a lot of these people don't even believe in a soul. You know, so as far as, is that connected with the brain? Is it not connected with the brain? I believe to a large extent that the soul is there in the heart, in that heart space. So if somebody is keeping that heart beating artificially, is the soul trapped? So there's that.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I'm sure that these people donated their bodies to science.
Well,
but
yeah.
sometimes when they donate bodies to science, they don't specify what's going to occur.
No.
I mean, it's like that one person's mama had, you know, donated her body and that they used it for some kind of experiment as far as what happens when
Blowing
somebody is
stuff up?
blown up. Yeah.
That's horrible. That's a horrible thing.
It's one of those...
Oh, God, Mama! They blew up Mama!
I mean, it's one of those that it is a very dark sense of humor because you laugh to try to feel the uncomfortable spaces on that. And there's a hell of a lot of uncomfortable spaces on that.
Funny as fuck. Oh, God, they blew up.
You know, if they're genetically... We don't know what is being genetically modified or not.
There goes Grandma's teeth.
Yeah, really. God. It's like that time that I opened that cigar box that was in the back of my trunk, and it was somebody's teeth.
Whose
Somebody's
teeth?
dentures. I don't know.
Why was it in your trunk?
I don't remember. It was items that I had. I don't know what happened to them. That's the thing. Didn't steal anybody's
Did you
teeth.
take their teeth?
It was some relative that they. Why don't they bury those with people?
Fuck?
You know, seriously, you
Yeah.
would think that somebody would be buried with their dentures. Anyhow.
Dude, they don't need them in the afterlife.
No, they don't. But I didn't need them in a cigar box in the back of my car.
That's disturbing as fuck.
I don't remember what happened
Did you
to
shoot
it.
them up and make your jewelry out of
No,
them?
I don't know what happened to it. But anyhow, we have no idea, even as far as our food substances, because they're like, oh, we're just doing this for research. Are they really? Do I believe that these people are going to stop at this?
No.
I don't want to be a cannibal. If I'm going to be a cannibal, I want it to be by choice. So, and
I
also,
prefer not to be one, period.
right now, they're doing this as far as the chimeras between the pigs and the humans. All right, at what point, and this has been questioned for a long time, about clones.
There goes the cat.
About clones and the possibility of doing that so that people could harvest them for organs. And that leads us to a hell of a lot of ethical concerns. Just because you can do a thing does not mean that you should.
That's fucked up.
I think it's fucked
Don't
up.
fuck with that.
But this is the Libra rising in me. You can also understand these people that are waiting for organ transplants. Mm-hmm. You know, that this type of technology could give them a second shot at life.
Right.
So there's a lot of things to consider within this type of science.
But how long does it take to make a clone?
Well, we've not got them. We don't know. We don't know. Do I believe that they've got human clones out there? More than likely. And that this is one step closer to people trying, getting people to accept that. Yeah. So this has got some high strangeness to it. It's just, like I said, the fact that the FDA is involved in this always makes me concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of gene splicing and CRISPR technology and just fuckery that's going on that the average person has no clue about.
What kind of fuckery is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. And so, like I said, the fact that you've got these two people that were dead, but they're not dead, their bodies are not dead,
Yeah, that's just
and that they're putting people parts in them. Then we've got the some of these stories. I didn't look for one of these specifically, but there have been stories of people who received organ transplants and that they then had memories that belonged to the organ donor.
That would be disturbing.
Yeah. Now, see, I'm one of these, I believe in genetic memory. I do. So if you transplanting somebody else's genes into your body, that's going to be weird. Mm-hmm. And so do I think that there's a possibility of picking up on somebody else's genetic memory? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean that some of these people have the possibility to oink? Of course, we've got a lot of pigs on two legs running around these days.
It's true.
Yeah. I think we've got some pigs running around on the two legs that put the other ones to shame.
Yeah.
So I thought it was bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
Bob bizarre.
God loving. So like I said, this was one of those stories that just had all kinds of wrong. On a gut level. On a gut level, you're like, this is no.
This is fucked up.
It is fucked up. But there's a lot of people that will read that and they won't even think it's, oh, well, wonderful. Science. The science.
Science.
So we are very much willing and wanting people's comments, thoughts about this.
Yeah. Yes, please tell us your opinions on this.
Yeah, this is one that would be great for discussion.
Yeah.
Other than us sitting here, I've got that confused look. I perpetually have a confused look these days.
Yeah.
So, anything that you wanted to say? You're confused too.
I'm tired.
I told you it was disturbing. I did. I told you.
I don't find that disturbing. I find that actually like, I'm like you. I find it both equally like, I can see the downsides of it, like them using that for evil, but I can also see the good part of it, and I hope that they mostly use it for the good. But knowing them, no, that's not going to happen. But,
no, anything that they say is going to be for they being the forces of darkness, that they say is going to be for the betterment of mankind, usually is not.
No.
And that there are usually repercussions and side effects that haven't even been considered. Mm-hmm. And maybe they have.
Maybe.
It's all like Island of Dr. Moreau, all this stuff. That was where they did the chimeras, where they mixed. Yeah.
It's like werewolves and vampires mixed, those chimeras.
I think that's a totally different subject on that.
They're real.
Maybe.
They're real.
Quite possibly.
They're real.
So, if you have experiences with paranormal, supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, we really do want to hear your thoughts on this. Yes. If you've got local, regional, or family myths or legends, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And that will be in the description box, plus the link to this article will be there.
Yes. Update on the little one. She's doing a lot better. She's doing a lot better. She's able to walk. She's still cock-headed.
But I have noticed also when she's sleeping, her head is getting in a more natural position from time to time. So that's hopefully, prayers, please, prayers for the little one, prayers for our families. That's needed, especially the day that this cup will be shared.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Don't be afraid to cough. Don't be afraid to cough out your demons.
He forgets to take his allergy medicine, if you haven't noticed, along with the ADHD medicine. Anyhow,
it's fine.
Know that you're loved. Know that you're appreciated. And in our world, life is sacred. So even if you're having a rough go, know that you have purpose. There is meaning to your life. If you need to have someone to listen, send us an email. We'll be glad to do that. Like I said, it's taken me a while to catch up with some emails. I apologize for that, but things just keep going sideways, but that's all right.
Yeah.
At least I did get the vacuum cleaner out today. That was a needed thing.
What else what did I do today? Other than grilling.
I don't know. I'm just trying to clean the house, do a little bit of basic maintenance. Yeah, you did mow.
The mower's fucked up.
Well, it's not fucked up. It's just that the blades need to be balanced. They need to be sharpened and balanced. That's all that's wrong with it.
They're fucked up.
No, they're not.
I am putting gouges in the yard that I would not have before, and I am upset about that.
It's decorative.
The hell you say? That's ratchet as fuck.
No, ratchet as fuck is when the weeds have gotten so high that they're bending over and Anyhow, we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.